Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I'm George. We're all George. Good morning. Welcome to another Market Open stream. Today we got more goodness to talk about when it comes to Bitcoin and crypto. Some huge buy signals and some people that you would not expect to be turning bullish on Bitcoin. Or maybe. Let's talk about everything that's going on today. Yeah, let's do it. Welcome, guys. We are starting out the day 102.6. It's a little bit higher than yesterday. Last night we actually crossed into 103, 103.3. We're not that far off from our 105 that we fell from. And today could be a big recovery day. Let's see how Wall Street reacts from yesterday. I think today will be a recovery day, although there is a big event coming tomorrow, so that may stall things. But yesterday, Nvidia crashed hard, down 15%, lost $600 billion from a single day, the largest loss in U.S. history. And they are coming back up a little bit, up 2%, as Wall Street and most are digesting what happened. And I think most are agreeing that maybe it was an overreaction to this one company and what they claimed. But, nevertheless, life moves on. This company, Nvidia, provides the most advanced GPUs for AI. So they're not going to go away anytime soon. And there's really no competitor at this point. So selling off Nvidia was a major overreaction. And tech companies are not going to stop buying either. But anyways, we'll see what happens. Nvidia and tech sold off hard yesterday. I do expect a recovery today. And I do expect the buying will also come to Bitcoin and crypto, although that already started last night. And in terms of AI, OpenAI launches ChatGPT for government agencies, specifically for government use, and it has more security built in, probably more filters so that you can't see what the search history is, what the search history shows or something like that. I don't know. But like I said, AI is going to continue. No one's going to stop. So again, all this overreacting selling makes really no sense, because what's going to happen is those guys will be buying back at a higher price. Always happens, right? Just like Bitcoin. Yesterday, we actually had an outflow. We haven't seen an outflow for Bitcoin ETF for a long time. Not BlackRock, though. BlackRock still had an inflow, but you had some major outflows from other funds. But just like previous times when we had outflows, guess what? They were followed with massive inflows. We had massive inflow for over 2 weeks or over a week and a half. And I do expect we're going to see the same thing. Like, why would you panic sell Bitcoin or any crypto at this point, especially with everything that's going on, everything I've been talking about, okay, everything that's being worked on? It's going to be a really good year. So it just, yesterday was just, you chalk it up to one of those days where it's like out of the blue, you can't predict it. It's like what I said, sometimes you just don't know. A lot of chartists, a lot of TA people will follow the lines, but what happened yesterday, you can't predict. It just came out of nowhere. But you know what? DeepSeek, the one that caused all this, someone asked it what it thought Bitcoin's top price would be. And it predicted that Bitcoin will top out between October and November. And it will be between $180,000 and $220,000, which isn't far-fetched, really. But the time frame is October to November. So I decided to ask a few others. I asked Gemini Gemini thinks Bitcoin's going to be about somewhere between 120, 180, a lot less, or a lot less bullish, yes, a lot more conservative. And then I did ask Grok, but then I closed it accidentally. Grok also said something between like $150,000 to $200,000. So the most advanced AI systems we have is predicting that we will be somewhere around $150,000 to $200,000, right? Which is at least a 50% gain from where we are. Again, why would you sell now? What else is there? Hey, who doesn't love Jim Cramer? Jim Cramer has caught the Bitcoin bug. Okay. Let's listen to this clip. This is not the first one that I've heard that's similar.
MicroStrategy. Okay, look, I say if you want to own Bitcoin. I own Bitcoin. You should own Bitcoin. Bitcoin's a great thing to have in your portfolio, but not MicroStrategy. Just own the Bitcoin. That's enough.
Wow. Own Bitcoin. Jim Cramer's completely 100% in now, right? Before, he would still be wishy-washy. Before, he would, he would say it's a fad or it's going to go a lot lower. It's going to do this and that. Now it's like, no, just buy it. Buy Bitcoin. I have Bitcoin. Go buy Bitcoin. Buy Bitcoin. Cramer caught the bug. So that's good. That's good. I don't care what anyone says about inverse Cramer. In this case, he is right. And I'm glad that he has finally come to light. I mean, because years ago, since 2017, he's been educated on Bitcoin, just didn't believe. But now it seems like he finally believes, especially, again, you just have to read the room with everything that's going to happen in the U.S. You can not be pro Bitcoin. Otherwise, you're going to be left behind. Arizona, the first state in the U.S. that have approved putting Bitcoin into their reserve. Up to 10% of their public funds will be allowed to be invested in Bitcoin. The very first state, we talked about how there's like 13, 14 states that are trying to do this. Arizona is the first. It's done. It's a done deal, right? I'm sure other states are going to follow soon. Again, one of those things about why it's going to be great this year. There's only so much Bitcoin, guys. It's not like it's unlimited Bitcoin. It's not like anything else out there where you could just magically find more or make more or print more. There is only a set supply, and vast majority of it is already being held. But this is the start. We're going to get other states, and then we're going to get a nation to do it, and then we're going to get other nations to do it, and then that's when you'll really feel the supply shock, right? Metaplanet also is going to contribute to that supply shock. They plan on raising $700 million to buy Bitcoin. They have this new strategy going into 2026. They plan on upping their holding from 1762 all the way up to 21,000 Bitcoin. So guess where they caught the bug from? I guess, they thought that they're going a little too slow. They see the writing on the wall too. And they also been studying Saylor, and they're seeing how crazy he is going at leveraging MicroStrategy and buying as many Bitcoin as he can. So Metaplanet from Japan, they were labeled the MicroStrategy of Japan, but in a much smaller way because they don't buy nearly as much at a time. But they will be, who knows what Bitcoin's price will be in 2026. To have 21,000 Bitcoin is a lot. Billions by then. right? So everyone is moving forward in a big, big way. And speaking of Saylor, we all know that he just bought over $1 billion more, right? Here's his reasoning why the U.S. should not buy just 5%, because that's what's stated. Cynthia Loomis and Trump, they said they want to buy up to 5% of Bitcoin. Saylor says, hey, screw that. Just buy 20, and you basically get it for free. And here's his reasoning.
Bitcoin is capital. Bitcoin is capital. Bitcoin is not currency. Gold has been used as capital. It's not currency anymore. The very simple thing that the U.S. ought to do is they ought to sell the gold and buy Bitcoin with it and buy 20% of the Bitcoin network. It's very simple. Just swap the gold for Bitcoin. If anybody actually swaps out their treasury bills for Bitcoin, then the U.S. is going to own it all. It's kind of like just getting Alaska or the Louisiana Purchase for free. They could pretty much have 20% of the network for free overnight, just with a swap. They could even print the money. I mean, they could buy it for next to nothing. The only alternative to the treasury bill for anybody is Bitcoin. And so just do that, and Bitcoin becomes the world reserve capital network, and the U.S. will own both sides of the equation. They'll own the currency and the capital. Bitcoin is...
So, to sum it up, basically, dump all the gold and use that money to buy Bitcoin. Here's the thing. It sounds great. It sounds great that the U.S. government buys 20% of the supply. Because while they're trying to do that, the price of Bitcoin will skyrocket astronomically. Each Bitcoin will probably be well over $1 million each if that was to happen. But here's the thing. Do we really all of a sudden now trust the U.S. government? The whole point of Bitcoin was distrust in governments, distrust in banks. So do we really want the Treasury, to hold 20% of all Bitcoin? I think the answer is no. Yes, we would love to see someone come in and try and raise the price by a hundredfold or a thousandfold, but man, we don't want the U.S. government to control 20% of Bitcoin. We want the people to be holding Bitcoin and getting rich off of it, not really like big countries. But I get it. It's hard to not be caught up in this, I guess, new administration, new regime, because everyone is so pro on Trump and what he's going to do for crypto in the U.S. And we're all cheerleading, right? And we would love to see this nation do better. But still, long run, you don't know who's at the helm, and do you really want the U.S. to be holding 20%? I don't know. I think that may not be as good as people think long term. Anyways, last thing about Bitcoin is this. We are right now, if you look at the black line, that's our current cycle. And the blue line is the one from 2017. You could see that we are mimicking that last cycle from 2017 almost perfectly, right? So bottom line, look at when that 2017 cycle really started moving and look at when it ended. If we're following that, you guys better get ready and strap on, because we are about to go parabolic, right? I mean, we have been following that pretty perfectly. I mean, obviously not identical, but in the same trajectory, same angle, same whatever you want to measure that. And you could see right around here, right around this time frame, right? End of January, maybe early February is when that 2017 cycle dipped down a little bit. And then afterwards, man, it just really didn't stop. But of course, if you look around the May timeframe or maybe April-May timeframe, also around maybe the August timeframe, there were huge dips. I lived through a 2017 cycle. Those were like 40% dips, guys. Enormous. So if that happens, right, don't be scared. Don't be flooded out of the market, because just like before, we will pick ourselves back up and continue forward. We always have, and we always will, right? But man, if you're looking at this, it's about to get real exciting, guys. Really exciting. And obviously the figures are much larger. Back in 2017, when we started moving up, we were roughly 100x lower than now. Take a second to think about that. 100x lower. When Trump took presidency in 2016, Bitcoin was like $800. In January, February is when I came back in, because I left in 2014 and came back in 2017. I bought 3 Bitcoins for $3,000. So we are roughly 100x higher in just 8 years. Imagine another 8 years from now, right? So this is the power of Bitcoin, the power of holding, power of not falling for the FUD. 100x in just simply 8 years. And what came after that is a 20x. Bitcoin went from 1,000 to 20,000. Are we going to do a 20x from here? Are we going to go from 100,000 to $2 million? No, not this cycle, but hey, we're going to go a lot higher. If it went 20x and went to $2 million, that would be crazy. But you know what? Who knows? There's always a chance. There's always a chance. All right, outside of Bitcoin, Ripple's legal battle nears conclusion. This is one of the reasons why Ripple is so strong. I don't know if you guys noticed, but XRP is back to 315. In fact, they're higher than when they started falling just a few days ago. So Ripple, XRP on fire, strength of a bull right now. And when this actually concludes, I think they will go even higher. But right now, they are making the right moves, the right climate right now for everything, especially for Ripple, right? Elon is still not giving Doge up. So I don't know what Billy Marcus said, but he tweeted at someone, I think it's Billy Marcus, want to work at Doge would be kind of perfect. I'm assuming that's Billy Marcus. So it seems like he's not giving up on Doge. He hasn't swayed into any other memes. So that could be a good thing, because the real reason why Doge went up as much as it did in 2021 was all due to Elon. He drove that thing up to 70 cents himself. Are we going to see the same thing this cycle if he continues to pump it? We'll see. Maybe. It seems like now that Trump's in power and we got a new SEC commissioner, everyone is just doing everything now. What else? Justin Sun. A lot of you guys have been asking about XCN. XCN owns this product called Chain. And Justin Sun is not happy about it. A lot of you guys saw that XCN has been going up a lot recently. A lot of speculating why. Justin didn't like it. They got in a lawsuit or something, and then Justin's claiming that they're manipulating XCN. That's why it's gone up so much. And now XCN or Chain is threatening to sue Justin Sun. You don't really see Justin say that a whole lot. He must have not gotten what he wanted. Maybe he wanted to buy it out or something. They said no. But this may have a lot to do with why XCN went up so much recently because of all this that's going on. And then lastly, yesterday I just covered how Brian Armstrong said that basically we're just going to start listing like crazy. He basically said something to the lines of, we can't get every single token approved by the SEC. There's too many. 1 million tokens are coming out per day. And how I interpret it is, hey, we're just going to start listing a whole lot. And Coinbase executives are going to convene this Thursday to clarify why it can't list certain tokens as a regular exchange. But they're probably going to say along the same lines like, yeah, we can't tell people what we're going to list ahead of time because it's going to cause them to pump. But we're just going to list whatever we see fit. So I'm pretty sure this year we are going to see a whole lot of new memes or AI agents or chains being listed on Coinbase this year. Because again, now that Gensler's out, it seems like everyone's just like, we're just going to do whatever the hell we want, which paves the way for my own meme coin soon. All right, that's pretty much it. Overall, U.S. market is still kind of weak. You figure today would be a pretty good recovery day. MicroStrategy down a little bit. Coinbase and Robinhood up. Nvidia up slightly. But I forgot to mention there is something big tomorrow, and that is the FOMC meeting. There is a 99.5% chance that there will be no rate cut, which is expected. No one expecting a rate cut tomorrow. So the FOMC, the governors, they're getting together to talk, right? But people want to know what they're going to say about the next FOMC meeting, which is March. And there is a 30% chance of a cut. So we'll see. That may be the reason why we're not seeing a big recovery, because again, Wall Street's going to be a little bit cautious about tomorrow. And then also, you know what? On Friday, the 31st, is the last Friday of the month. Normally, you don't see on the last week, the last day of the month. But yeah, so we're going to have another futures and options expirations too. Anyways, that's it. Let's do some Q&A. All right, I missed a couple super chats on top. Andrew says Exodus stock has been pumping. Even yesterday, the whole market was down. Do you know why? You know what? I haven't been following Exodus. Maybe I should. Let's see what. It's at a new high. It's a wallet maker, though. $2 billion, very, very, very low. Yeah. I don't know if I'll get behind Exodus because it is like a wallet maker. But I guess they also do make money, right? For many things. Oh, they own Treasure. And then, you could do trading inside Exodus. So, they're making fees on that. Man, look at the breakdown. Look at everything they have here. It could be a good way. You know, because right now for stocks, what I only, you know, look at is Coinbase and MicroStrategy, and Robinhood. Because I think Robinhood is actually a better play because it's also in stocks. But Exodus could be another one. I'll start keeping my eyes on it. Michael, thank you. It's a little too early for dad jokes like that. George, did you ever pull the clip of Jack Mullers crying over some violin? No, I didn't. I'm sorry, man. Stuff like that does not make me want to pull it up and look at it. If it comes up across my TikTok timeline, I'll look at it, but yeah, it's not something that I would search for. Cam says XRP is strong because of your video. I like to think so. Mike is a new member. Welcome. Getting a little movement right now, so that's good. Tyler says FAFO community takeover is up and XYO is layer 1 now. Yeah, a lot of people disappointed over FAFO. Supposedly the dev left, but I looked at it. It was, you know, last night I was still holding at 5 million. If it came up from there, good for it. I mean, the community is strong. It could do well. So some of these project community takeovers do very well. XYO, they were always a layer 1. Yeah, I figure why you wanted me to look at it was because of some meme and you want me to like somehow pump it. One of the reasons why I'm not pulling it up. Motorbike. XYO devs are total scammers. There's a bad history with RET. What is going on with XYO? Why is so many people paying attention to it? Up 21% today. XYO technology into Tesla vehicles, possibly. So there's some kind of integration. I know XYO, like, you know, they were always about, they were trying to be like a decentralized, like Google Maps, right? Like crowdsourcing data for IoT devices and stuff like that. Did something get announced with Tesla? I don't know, but they are on Coinbase. Someone said there's something fishy about their founders. I don't know. Let's ask Gemini here. Yeah, so basically you earn XYO for collecting data, sharing it. Yeah, I knew all that. XYO2 launch, giving users more control over their data, infinite scalability, partnerships. They partnered with RWA to integrate proof of location. Doesn't say anything else. Nothing much. Well, something happened to make them go up 21%. Deeper Sleeper says, I think Radium outperformed Jupiter. Here's the thing. They don't really compete. Jupiter requires the use of Radium. Jupiter is just a DEX aggregator. So whatever you're trading on Sol, on Jupiter is actually being pulled from Radium. So it doesn't really exist without Radium. Will Cadena ever grow? No. I'm just kidding. It probably will, but I'm off the Cadena bandwagon. They have done some not so good things that I don't like. Someone's asking about Tashi. Man, it's up 32% today. It's holding very well. It's about to become the biggest meme on base. That's the thing. I don't know if that's actually a good thing or what. I mean, what does that mean? If I'm going to launch a meme, it's going to be on Sol for sure. It's not going to be on base. It's not going to be on ETH. It's going to be on Sol. I just don't know when the right timing will be. But I will say this. I'm just going to say it ahead of time. If I do come out with it, I will be airdropping. The whole purpose of it is to reward people. And so I'll be airdropping a lot of people left and right. The ones that are most loyal and most, the people that have followed me the longest. So yeah. I'll be doing airdropping left and right for sure. People that have been with me the longest in Patreon, people that have been the longest followers here, new followers, people that are following me on all my social media platforms like X and Instagram and Facebook and TikTok. I'll be examining everything, and I'll be rewarding based on, loyalty and length of loyalty, I guess. Chris Cunningham, does DeepSeek hinder AI coins like Render? No, not really. New followers won't get as much as the old followers. I'll figure out a way. I'll make it fair. I already know kind of like in my head how I'm going to do it. And I'll be doing giveaways and stuff like that. I've already said like maybe 1 million coins or $1 million worth of coins for my 1,000,000th follower and so forth. Marco, I've already checked out Nakamoto games before. There's no need to say trust me. There are gaming platforms just like several others that haven't done well. Create a George farm ETH and BTC, earn George. You know what? I have thought about that. I don't know if I should share it, but it won't be farming, BTC or ETH. Basically, I have this premise where, no, I'm not going to share it because it's too good. I have this new revolutionary staking idea for these farm pools that not only will help my meme coin, but it's going to help a whole lot of other people's coins because there's going to be pools of them and there's going to be incentive for creating pools of them and staking within those pools. I mean, it's going to be really different. There's going to be a big twist that no one else is doing, and I really want to do it. So there's going to be utility, I guess. Mike, man, congrats to you as well. Hopefully you're living in your private island and flying in your private jets now. Did I Chrome delete my Cybertruck? Yeah, it's all wrapped up and stuff. I would show it to you guys, but it's kind of dirty. It's hard to wash it right now. But once it's clean, do a proper review. Do you think Algorand reaches new high this cycle? Yes. It's one of the big four. One of the big four I consider, to be this, like, that fits the categories of being a big four. And they are one of them. When it comes to Bitcoin or any crypto or memes, it's just really about patience. Every day we look at all the fantastic news, all the things that are going to happen. And then, a lot of people get disappointed with like short-term volatility and FUD and all that, and they get distracted from the longer vision. But, all you really have to do is buy and hold. This chart basically shows that we are moving the same direction as Bitcoin in 2016 to 2017. The same path, same direction, same everything, despite different FUD, different drops, different distractions. And you look at where we are now, 8 years later, which isn't that long. 8 years really isn't that long. And Bitcoin's up 100x. 100x. Ethereum is up even more than that. Ethereum is probably up 1,000x. Doge is probably up 10,000x. Right? Sometimes all you have to do is buy and hold and tune in and learn about different things that are going on. But ultimately, just buy and hold. That's it. You don't have to do anything. Bitcoin in another 8 years could be 100x higher. It seems like it's improbable because of diminishing returns, but who knows? Once nations start FOMOing, when states FOMOing, when other companies, big companies, tech companies start FOMOing, maybe we have the same kind of growth, another 100x in 8 years. What do you think about coming? What do you think about what's coming at FOMC? Not a whole lot. No rate hike. No rate cut. But I don't know. I think people are going to really ask. The reporters are really going to ask, what are you going to do? Going forward, are you going to cut still only twice this year, or have you changed your mind? How are you thinking? And it'll be interesting to see what Powell says. He's always hawkish, no matter what, right? Meaning that he never gives an indication that he's going to do what you think he's going to do, but he ends up doing it. But he never gives you a heads up. He always makes it sound like he's not going to do it, which in this case is go cut the rate anymore. But he is going to do it. But Wall Street, they react very negatively sometimes based on what he says. Powell's probably the only person left that isn't getting replaced. Everyone else is or have resigned, so Powell's in an interesting position. I don't know. I don't think Trump really likes Powell. I don't know if he's just making him a scapegoat, maybe. Then again, I haven't really heard Trump say anything really bad about Powell. So, that might be wrong. I don't know Trump really wants him gone. But he's like the only figurehead that's left. Scott Bassen now has taken over Treasury Secretary. Obviously, we got a new SEC chair. We got a new CFTC chair. We have a new, I forgot the position, the economic advisor or something. We have all these new positions, except, the Fed chair. And I don't know, he said he's not going to resign. So he's like the only person left that's not new. What is the point of Base Network? Where will it go? There's really no point to it. It's just Coinbase wanted to have a chain. And a lot of people go on it because they're hoping that it gives them a leg up in terms of getting listed on Coinbase. But it's an L2 for Ethereum, just like many other L2s out there. It's a scaling chain for Ethereum. All right, guys, that's it for today. You know what? A lot of buy signals. We got Jim Cramer, super bullish now. We got the first state that has approved a Bitcoin reserve. We got so many others. Today is a rebound day. We got maybe no capital income tax or capital gains tax coming our way. There's so many good things, guys. So stay strong. I'll see you guys tonight, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. All right. Have a good one. I forgot. I got to show you guys this on my way out.
What do you think about Ripple?
Well, I think it's too centralized, but I definitely want to meet Chris Larson.